Right now, you are either leading yourself or being led by every distraction, fear, and fleeting desire in your life. The truth is harsh. No one will hand you purpose. No one will force you to grow. If you don't learn to lead yourself first, you will drift, trapped by short-term pleasure and reactive decisions. In the next 60 to 90 minutes, you will discover the exact mental skills, daily systems, and unshakable habits that turn ordinary people into unstoppable leaders of their own lives. Stop reacting. Start commanding. Lead yourself first, because your life is counting on it. Chapter 1. Stop proving and start doing. Most people live their lives trying to prove something to someone else. They chase approval. They chase recognition. They chase applause. Everywhere you look, people are desperate to show the world they are enough. They post, they brag, they compete, but all of that energy is wasted. You see, growth isn't found in the eyes of others. Growth is silent. Growth is invisible. Results speak louder than applause. That's the key. You have a choice. You can spend your life trying to impress, or you can spend it building yourself. You don't need their permission to become exceptional. You don't need a cheer squad, a mentor, or a certificate. What you need is action. Real action. Daily, disciplined, relentless action. That's the difference between those who stay average and those who become unstoppable. Let's be clear. Proving yourself is a trap. Feels productive. It feels like progress. But it's a trap. Social media likes, compliments, even recognition from your peers. It's fleeting. Temporary. And the pursuit of these external validations will steal years from your life. You will think you are climbing, but you are standing still. You will think you are winning, but you are losing time, energy, and focus. Here's the truth. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you attention. Nobody owes you respect. You have to earn it, but not by proving yourself first. You earn it by showing up, by doing the work, by producing results, by becoming the person who doesn't need anyone's approval to act. You have a choice. Continue seeking validation or start producing impact. It's that simple. Let's break this down. When you focus on proving yourself, you're focused on perception. You're focused on what others think. You're focused on a mirror. And mirrors are illusions. They reflect only what is visible, not what is real. The real work is invisible. The hours no one sees. The effort no one acknowledges. The late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifice nobody applauds. That's where transformation happens. That's where leaders are born. Do first, prove later. Repeat it. Do first, prove later. Say it aloud. Write it on your wall. Let it sink into your subconscious. This is your mantra, your shield against distraction and the need for validation. Every time you feel the urge to show off, to explain yourself, to justify your choices, remind yourself, do first, prove later. Do first, prove later. Let's talk about real-world examples. Elon Musk doesn't launch rockets to impress people. He launches rockets because he's obsessed with progress, with results, with impact. Serena Williams doesn't win Grand Slams to make people notice. She wins because she puts in the hours, the sweat, the repetition nobody sees. J.K. Rowling didn't publish to prove anyone wrong. She published because she had a story, a mission, and the discipline to finish what she started. Every top performer in history understood one thing. Proving yourself is irrelevant. Doing is everything. So, what does it mean to stop proving and start doing? It means taking action when nobody is watching. It means completing the tasks that feel small and invisible because they build the foundation for massive results. It means ignoring critics, ignoring comparison, ignoring the applause you crave. It's about committing to a standard higher than the attention of others. Here's a practical exercise. Today, write down 3 things that you've been doing just to impress someone, your boss, your peers, your family, or even strangers online. Now, scratch them off your list. Don't do them for anyone. Do them for your growth, for your progress, for your results. That's the difference. That's where power lives. That's where your life transforms. You have a choice. You can chase applause, or you can chase excellence. You can chase validation, or you can chase results. That's the key. And every choice you make today compounds tomorrow. The more you act to prove yourself, the further you fall behind. The more you act to do, the faster you ascend. Notice how your mind reacts. When you take action without approval, it will feel uncomfortable. That's normal. Growth is uncomfortable. Doing first, proving later will feel scary at first. It will feel like you're moving alone. That's the point. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting in spite of it. And here's the truth. The more you act, the easier it becomes. The more you act, the more confident you feel. The more you act, the more unstoppable you become. You have a choice: stay scared or act. It's not complicated. And don't confuse showing progress with proving yourself. Progress is internal. It's measurable. You know it. You feel it. You track it. Results come from consistent effort, from mastering the fundamentals, from repetition and discipline. Proving is external. It's shallow. It fades. It distracts. Focus on what lasts. Focus on what compounds. Focus on doing first. Remember, you don't need permission. You don't need recognition. You don't need anyone's nod of approval. All you need is commitment. Commitment to action. Commitment to progress. Commitment to becoming the person capable of handling the results you want. That's your responsibility. That's your power. That's your choice. Here's another actionable step. Pick one project, one habit, one goal you've been hesitating to start because you were worried about judgment. Start it today. Don't announce it. Don't seek validation. Don't post it on social media. Just start. Do the work. Track it silently. Refine it silently. Let the results speak for themselves. You will learn faster. You will grow stronger. You will earn what others only pretend to have. Do first, prove later. Do first, prove later. Let's tie this back to the bigger picture. Leadership starts with self-leadership. You cannot lead others if you are constantly seeking their approval. You cannot influence, guide, or inspire if you are distracted by the need to prove yourself. Every successful person knows this. They know. First, you lead yourself. First, you focus on results. First, you do the work. Then, and only then, does the world notice. So here's your challenge. Stop proving. Stop explaining. Stop justifying. Stop begging for approval. Focus on action. Focus on results. Focus on building yourself. The world will notice when you become unstoppable. The applause will come, but it will be the byproduct, not the goal. You mastered the trap of proving yourself. You learned the power of invisible growth. You now understand that doing first is everything. That's the foundation of self-leadership. That's the first step to leading your life. Do first, prove later. Do first, prove later. Say it again. Let it sink. This is your mantra. This is your discipline. Now that you've embraced action over approval, it's time to focus on the hidden cost of chasing validation. Chapter 2. The silent cost of seeking validation. Most people spend their lives trying to get approval. They chase compliments, likes, praise, recognition. They check their messages obsessively. They worry about what others think. Every decision, every post, every word is filtered through the eyes of someone else. And here's the problem. Chasing validation steals your focus from what actually matters. It robs your energy. It steals your time. It delays your growth. That's the truth. Validation is a thief. Validation is a thief. Say it aloud. Write it down. Validation is a thief. Every second you spend seeking approval is a second you're not building yourself, not improving your craft, not creating results. You have a choice. You can chase applause or you can chase mastery. You can chase recognition or you can chase impact. That's the key. Think about the people you admire most. The innovators, the athletes, the entrepreneurs. Did they achieve greatness by asking for permission? Did they get results by pleasing everyone? No. They succeeded by focusing on their work, their progress, their vision. Elon Musk didn't build SpaceX to be liked. He built it because he was obsessed with solving a problem no one else dared to touch. Serena Williams didn't dominate tennis by seeking approval from the crowd. She dominated by perfecting her swing, training relentlessly, ignoring criticism. J.K. Rowling didn't publish her novels to impress anyone. She published because she had a story to tell. Look closely. Every successful person ignored the noise. Every successful person ignored criticism that didn't serve them. Every successful person understood this simple rule. Validation is a thief. Focus is your currency. Repeat it. Validation is a thief. Focus is your currency. This is the mindset you must adopt. Why is validation so dangerous? Because it shifts your energy outward instead of inward. Instead of building yourself, you spend your time seeking approval. Instead of mastering skills, you spend your time trying to impress. Instead of creating results, you try to look busy. It's subtle. It's invisible. You may think you're productive, but in reality, your attention is being stolen. Your progress is being delayed. Your future is being stolen. That's the cost. And it's silent. Most people never even realize it. Here's the truth. No one is going to validate your potential. No one is going to tell you that you are capable of greatness before you show results. You have a choice. Wait for permission or act now. You have a choice. Chase applause or chase mastery. You have a choice. Waste time worrying about what others think, or invest that time into results that can't be ignored. That's the key. Let's make it practical. Every time you feel the urge to ask, do they like this? Do they approve? Did I do enough? Stop. Remind yourself, validation is a thief. Focus is your currency. Focus on the work. Focus on progress. Focus on results. That's where your power lives. That's where your life changes. That's where you build self-leadership. Here's a simple exercise. Identify one area of your life where you are constantly seeking validation. Maybe it's at work, maybe it's in your social media posts, maybe it's even with friends or family. Now, commit to taking one action in that area purely for your own growth. Don't post it online. Don't ask for opinions. Don't tell anyone. Do it because it improves your skill, strengthens your discipline, or moves you closer to your goal. You will feel the difference immediately. You will reclaim your time, your focus, your energy. Validation is a thief. Focus is your currency. Think about the consequences of ignoring this principle. Every time you chase approval, your potential shrinks. Every time you adjust your actions to please others, you trade freedom for fleeting comfort. Every time you pause for applause, you delay your progress. It's subtle, but over months and years it compounds. And the results are invisible until one day you wake up and realize your life has been shaped more by the opinions of others than by your own actions. That's the silent cost. And it's brutal. But here's the solution. Reclaim your attention. Reclaim your energy. Reclaim your life. The people who lead themselves first do not wait for applause. They do not seek validation. They act. They produce. They improve. They grow. They fail. They adjust. And they repeat. Every time they ignore approval and embrace discipline. Every time they ignore recognition and invest in results. Every time they ignore praise and commit to progress. That's how leaders are made. That's how self-leadership is built. Let me give you a mental tool to make this real. Whenever you feel the pull of external validation, ask yourself, is this action improving me? Is this action producing results? Is this action moving me closer to my vision? If the answer is yes, do it. If the answer is no, stop. Don't waste time. Don't waste energy. Don't waste focus. Validation is a thief. Focus is your currency. Repeat it again. Let it sink. Let it guide your decisions. Let it shape your life. And here's another truth. The more you ignore validation, the freer you become. The more you ignore the opinions of others, the more confident you feel. The more you ignore the applause you crave, the faster your skills grow. It's paradoxical. The less you care about being seen, the more you are seen. The less you chase approval, the more respect you earn. That's the hidden law of self-leadership. Now, imagine living a life free from the chains of approval. Imagine acting boldly, making decisions with clarity, building skills without distraction. Imagine the energy you would reclaim, the results you would produce, the progress you would make. That life is possible. You have a choice to step into it today. You have a choice to act without permission. You have a choice to focus on what matters. Validation is a thief. Focus is your currency. Say it one last time. Say it with authority. Let it guide your actions. Let it guide your growth. So here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, monitor every decision you make. Ask yourself, am I doing this for approval or am I doing this to grow? Track it. Correct it. Adjust. Act with purpose. Act without permission. Focus on what matters. Focus on what lasts. Focus on results. Validation is a thief. Focus is your currency. That's your mantra. That's your discipline. That's your path to self-leadership. You now understand the cost of seeking validation. You see how easily it steals your attention, your energy, and your progress. You've learned why ignoring approval is not arrogance, it's discipline. You've learned that real power is silent, internal, invisible. You've reclaimed your focus. You've reclaimed your currency. That's self-leadership. That's growth. That's the foundation for a life of purpose and impact. Now you've reclaimed your focus. You've protected your energy. You've understood the cost of validation. It's time to take ownership of your choices. Chapter 3. Own your decisions or be owned by them. Every day you make hundreds of decisions. Some are small. Some seem insignificant. But here's the truth. Every choice you make compounds. Every delay, every hesitation, every half-hearted action costs you. You think you're waiting for the perfect moment? There is no perfect moment. Every second you delay, opportunity passes. Every time you fail to choose deliberately, life chooses for you. That's the hard truth. Lead your decisions. Don't let them lead you. Repeat it. Lead your decisions. Don't let them lead you. Say it aloud. Write it down. Let it become your mantra. This is the foundation of self-leadership. Every great leader, every high performer, understands that the difference between control and chaos lies in decision-making. Hesitation is the enemy. Indecision is the thief. Ownership is power. Let's break it down. When you fail to own your decisions, life steps in. Missed deadlines. Missed opportunities. Missed growth. You think someone else will fix it? Someone else will guide it? Life doesn't care. Life moves forward regardless of your readiness. Every day you fail to make deliberate choices, the world keeps moving and you fall behind. You have a choice, act or be acted upon. That's the key. Think about real leaders in crisis. When everything is collapsing, who succeeds? The person who hesitates? No. The person who blames others? No. The person who owns the decision, takes responsibility, and acts immediately. Look at Jeff Bezos in the early days of Amazon. Critics said it was impossible to compete with retail giants. Instead of hesitating, Bezos made bold decisions every day, often uncomfortable, often risky, but deliberate. He owned his decisions. He led the company forward. Look at military leaders under fire. In the heat of battle, there's no time for debate, no time for excuses. Decisions must be made instantly. Delay costs lives. Hesitation costs victory. The leaders who survive, who succeed, are the ones who take full responsibility, no matter how high the stakes. That's the mindset you need. Every small decision in your life compounds into momentum, or debt. Lead your decisions. Don't let them lead you. You have a choice. You can be reactive, allowing every text, every comment, every crisis to dictate your day. Or you can be proactive, making deliberate choices that shape your life. That's the difference between a life led by circumstance and a life led by you. It's simple, but it's not easy. Discipline is required. Awareness is required. Courage is required. But it's worth it. Here's the key: start small. Every decision matters, even the tiny ones. Waking up on time. Choosing to exercise. Choosing to eat healthy. Choosing to read. Choosing to start instead of procrastinate. These small acts compound over weeks, months, years. They determine who you become. They determine the trajectory of your life. You have a choice every single day: lead your decisions or be owned by them. Let me give you a mental framework. Whenever you face a decision, ask yourself 3 questions. Does this move me closer to my goals? Does this align with my values and purpose? Am I willing to take full responsibility for the outcome? If the answer to any of these is no, pause, but don't hesitate forever. Decide anyway. Decide consciously. Decide deliberately. Make the call. Lead your decisions. Don't let them lead you. Here's another example. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in history, didn't wait for perfect information. He made deliberate, calculated decisions. He owned the outcomes, whether good or bad. By taking responsibility for every choice, He avoided the trap of regret and paralysis. He didn't waste energy blaming the market, the news, or other investors. He acted. He owned. He led. That's the lesson. Now let's talk about the silent cost of failing to own your decisions. Every time you avoid responsibility, blame someone else, or delay action, your confidence erodes. You feel stuck. You feel powerless. You feel like life is happening to you instead of for you. That's the danger. Indecision compounds into regret. Hesitation compounds into missed opportunity. And in the end, the life you hope to build never materializes because you let your decisions be owned by chance, by circumstance, by other people. But here's the good news. It's reversible. Every decision you own is a step toward freedom. Every choice you claim as your responsibility builds momentum. Every time you decide deliberately, you reinforce the belief that you are in control. Lead your decisions. Don't let them lead you. Repeat it. Make it your internal law. Let it guide your mornings, your meetings, your projects, your conversations, your relationships. Everything starts with a choice, and owning that choice is power. Let's make this practical. Today, identify one area of your life where you've been avoiding a choice. A career move, a conversation, a project, or even a personal habit. Decide. Decide now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for approval. Don't wait for clarity. Decide, act, and take full responsibility. Notice how it feels to reclaim control. That feeling is empowerment. That feeling is self-leadership. That feeling is growth. Remember, this principle compounds. Each decision builds on the last. Every time you act deliberately, you strengthen your ability to act again. Every time you hesitate, you weaken it. Leadership is not about charisma. Leadership is not about titles. Leadership is about responsibility. Leadership is about owning your decisions when it's uncomfortable, when it's inconvenient, when it would be easier to blame someone else. That's what separates those who lead themselves from those who drift through life. Let's reinforce this mantra. Lead your decisions. Don't let them lead you. Lead your decisions. Don't let them lead you. Make it your inner voice, your guide, your alarm bell. Every time you feel hesitation, repeat it. Every time you feel blame creeping in, repeat it. Every time you feel like life is controlling you, repeat it. Lead your decisions. Don't let them lead you. Here's a final exercise. Write down one significant decision you've been avoiding. Commit to making it today. No excuses. No delays. Own it completely. Take responsibility for the outcome. Track your progress. Reflect on the result. You will notice a shift in how you approach every other choice in your life. That's the power of ownership. That's the power of self-leadership. That's the power of action without excuses. You now understand the cost of avoiding responsibility. You see how hesitation compounds. You see how blame steals freedom. You see how small, deliberate choices build the life you want. Lead your decisions. Don't let them lead you. That principle will guide every chapter, every habit, every action from here forward. You've reclaimed your power. You've embraced accountability. You've learned that ownership is the foundation of self-leadership. Now, it's time to turn your focus to building systems that guarantee your growth, not fragile goals that can fail you. Chapter 4. Systems beat goals every time. Most people spend their lives chasing goals. They write lists. They set deadlines. They visualize results. They dream big. And here's the problem. Goals create stress. Goals create pressure. Goals can paralyze you if the outcome isn't immediate. Goals make you reactive, focused only on the finish line. But here's the truth. Success doesn't come from chasing goals. Success comes from building systems. Systems create habits. Habits compound. Habits become unstoppable momentum. That's the key. Set the system. Forget the goal. Trust the process. Repeat it. Set the system. Forget the goal. Trust the process. Say it aloud. Let it sink into your mind. This is the mindset that separates people who drift from people who dominate. Goals are fragile. Systems are resilient. Goals are short-term. Systems are long-term. Goals can be broken. Systems can't. Think about it. Have you ever set a goal and failed to achieve it? Of course you have. Everyone has. Goals are vulnerable to life, to distractions, to your own inconsistent motivation. But a system doesn't fail. A system is a daily routine, a discipline, a process that moves you forward regardless of feelings, circumstances, or setbacks. Systems are the machinery of success. They are invisible at first but unstoppable over time. Here's a simple example. Let's say your goal is to write a book. If you focus on the goal, finish the book in 6 months, you're putting pressure on yourself. Motivation may come and go. Some days you write, some days you don't. You feel guilty. You procrastinate. You obsess over the deadline. You think, am I on track? Will I finish? That's stress. That's the trap. Now let's talk about systems. Instead of obsessing over the goal, create a system. Write 500 words every day, no excuses. Show up at the same time. Track your progress. Adjust if necessary. Over time, those 500 words per day compound. Weeks turn into chapters. Months turn into a completed book. You've achieved the goal without obsessing over it. The system carried you. The system delivered. That's the power of a process-driven approach. Set the system. Forget the goal. Trust the process. Here's another example: fitness. Most people set a goal like, I want to lose 20 pounds. They start strong, they exercise, they diet, but then motivation drops, life gets busy, and the goal feels distant. Result: failure. Now imagine a system. Go to the gym 30 minutes every day, track meals consistently, sleep well, and repeat. No matter how motivated you feel, you show up. The results follow naturally. Systems remove reliance on willpower. Systems remove the pressure of outcomes. Systems build unstoppable habits. Set the system. Forget the goal. Trust the process. Repeat it again. This is not theory. This is proven. Every top performer, every elite athlete, every successful entrepreneur, every influential leader knows this principle. They don't obsess over the finish line. They obsess over the system that gets them there. Elon Musk didn't dream of $1 billion company and stress over the goal. He focused on the daily work of engineering, testing, and building processes that compound into extraordinary outcomes. Serena Williams didn't set a goal to win a Grand Slam each year. She followed a rigorous daily training system that guaranteed results over time. That's the difference. Let's get practical. Start today. Identify one area where you've been goal-obsessed. Career, health, finances, relationships. Now design a system instead. What can you do every day consistently that moves the needle forward? Write it down. Commit to it. Track it. Adjust if necessary. But most importantly, show up. Discipline compounds. Habits compound. Systems compound. Results are inevitable. You have a choice. Chase goals or build systems. Chase results or build habits. Chase motivation or build routines. That's the key. Systems remove uncertainty. Systems remove stress. Systems remove procrastination. Systems create momentum that is unstoppable. And momentum is more valuable than inspiration. Momentum doesn't wait for feelings. Momentum doesn't care about excuses. Momentum delivers. Here's an exercise to embed this principle. Pick one area of your life where you've been goal-driven but inconsistent. Let's say it's learning a new skill like coding, writing, or a language. Instead of saying, I want to be fluent in 6 months, create a system. 30 minutes of practice every day, review exercises every night, test weekly, and track progress. Over time, your skills compound. You won't even notice the day-to-day growth, but in 6 months, you'll achieve far more than chasing the goal would have done. That's the power of a system. Set the system. Forget the goal. Trust the process. Say it aloud again. Let it guide your decisions. Let it guide your habits. Let it guide your work ethic. Let it guide your life. Systems are invisible at first. They don't feel heroic, but they guarantee results. That's the difference between those who try and fail and those who succeed relentlessly. Here's the mental shift that changes everything. Stop measuring success by outcomes. Stop obsessing over what hasn't happened yet. Stop judging yourself by distant results. Instead, measure your commitment to your system. Measure your consistency. Measure your discipline. The results will follow. Systems are a framework. Systems are your leverage. Systems are your freedom. And freedom is built on habits, not goals. Remember this mantra: set the system. Forget the goal. Trust the process. Set the system. Forget the goal. Trust the process. Repeat it, live it, breathe it. Make it your internal law. Every decision you make should reinforce your system, not chase the outcome. Every habit should feed the process, not the scoreboard. Every day should compound into progress. That's how extraordinary lives are built. Now, let's reinforce the lesson with one more example. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, didn't focus on a goal like write a best-selling book. He focused on the system: write daily, share lessons online, improve consistently. Over time, the system produced extraordinary results. The goal became inevitable. That's the difference. Systems beat goals every time. Goals can fail. Systems cannot. Systems are unstoppable. You've learned the hidden cost of chasing goals. You've seen the power of daily systems. You've understood how habits compound into extraordinary outcomes. Now it's time to take your focus even further, toward mastering delayed gratification and multiplying your impact. Chapter 5. Delay pleasure, multiply impact. Most people live their lives chasing comfort. They chase instant gratification. They check their phones. They scroll social media. They reach for small pleasures because it feels good now. And here's the hard truth: instant gratification destroys momentum. Instant pleasure steals energy. Instant comfort kills results. Every time you choose the easy way, you delay progress. Every time you indulge in fleeting pleasure, you weaken your discipline. You have a choice: pleasure today or power tomorrow. That's the key. Delay today. Dominate tomorrow. Repeat it. Say it aloud. Write it down. Let it sink into your mind. This is not motivational fluff. This is reality. Every successful person in history understood this. Every entrepreneur, athlete, leader, and creator knows that sacrifice now compounds into power later. The stronger your discipline today, the greater your results tomorrow. The more you resist short-term impulses, the freer you become. Look at elite athletes. LeBron James didn't earn greatness by partying. He earned it by showing up early, training relentlessly, eating carefully, and recovering properly, day after day, year after year. Serena Williams didn't dominate tennis by chasing comfort. She practiced while others slept. She sacrificed pleasure to gain power. Michael Jordan didn't win 6 NBA championships by taking breaks. He pushed harder, longer, more consistently than anyone else. Every choice to delay pleasure became a deposit in their success account. Look at entrepreneurs. Elon Musk didn't build Tesla and SpaceX by relaxing after 5 p.m. He worked tirelessly, often sacrificing sleep, social events, and comfort to pursue the vision. Jeff Bezos didn't become the richest man in the world by chasing short-term pleasure. He delayed gratification, reinvested profits, and focused relentlessly on long-term growth. Every choice they made was deliberate. Every comfort they skipped was a step toward domination. Here's the key: discipline compounds. Sacrifice compounds. Delay today. Dominate tomorrow. Say it again. Let it guide your actions. Let it shape your choices. Every decision to resist comfort, every decision to stay focused, every decision to act instead of indulge builds power. That power cannot be faked. It cannot be borrowed. It cannot be replaced. It belongs to you and only you. Let's make this practical. Identify one area where you are giving in to instant gratification. Maybe it's scrolling your phone instead of working. Maybe it's eating junk instead of fueling your body. Maybe it's skipping practice, skipping study, skipping the hard work. Whatever it is, stop. Delay it. Postpone it. Replace it with action that compounds value. One small sacrifice now will build momentum that lasts a lifetime. Here's an example. Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest men alive, still lives modestly. He delays pleasure. He invests in the future instead of spending in the present. His discipline creates freedom. His delayed gratification compounds wealth and power beyond what most people can imagine. The principle is universal. The more you delay comfort for purpose, the more impact you create. And don't confuse pleasure with reward. Pleasure is fleeting. Reward is lasting. Pleasure is temporary. Reward is compounding. The person who learns to delay gratification earns the reward that others only dream about. Every choice you make to delay comfort is a vote for your future self. Every sacrifice is an investment in your destiny. Every disciplined act multiplies your impact. Delay today. Dominate tomorrow. Repeat it. Repeat it. Let it become your inner law. Here's an exercise. Pick one area of your life where instant gratification dominates. Commit to a 30-day challenge. Delay the indulgence. Instead, spend the time building skills, producing results, or improving yourself. Track your progress. Reflect daily. At the end of 30 days, notice how much further you've advanced than if you had given in. That's the power of delayed gratification. That's the foundation of self-leadership. That's how leaders are built. Let's reinforce this principle. Every choice is an investment. Every sacrifice is a deposit. Every delayed pleasure compounds into extraordinary results. Stop thinking in days. Start thinking in months, years, decades. The small decisions you make today will define the quality of your life tomorrow. Discipline now creates freedom later. Sacrifice today multiplies your impact. That's the key to self-leadership, success, and fulfillment. Repeat the mantra one last time. Delay today. Dominate tomorrow. Delay today. Dominate tomorrow. Let it echo in your mind. Let it guide your actions. Let it shape every decision you make. Every time you feel tempted to give in, repeat it. Every time you feel weak, repeat it. Every time you feel distracted, repeat it. Delay today. Dominate tomorrow. Your future self will thank you. Your results will reflect it. Your life will transform. Now, take a moment to reflect on everything you've learned in this audiobook. You've learned to stop proving and start doing. You've learned the silent cost of seeking validation. You've learned to own your decisions. You've learned the power of systems over fragile goals. And now you've learned the multiplier effect of delaying pleasure. All these principles together form the foundation of self-leadership. Together they give you control over your actions, your choices, your destiny. Together they set you on a path to unstoppable growth. Here's your final challenge. Apply these lessons today. Take action immediately. Start with one small step in each area. Build the habit. Build the system. Delay the impulse. Own your choices. Lead yourself first. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for approval. Don't wait for comfort. Your life is waiting and it will not wait for you. If you're ready to take your growth to the next level, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more transformative content like this. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video designed to teach you how to lead yourself first, master discipline, and multiply your impact. Each video is a step forward in building the life you deserve. Delay today. Dominate tomorrow. And remember, you are the leader of your own life. Your actions define your destiny. Your choices shape your future. Lead yourself first, always,